Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, buenos días todos, bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión Canal 10 aquí en la aldea de Trial Farm, justo en las afueras del pueblo de Orange Walk. Y nuestra señal se ve por todo el país de Belice, si es que tienes cable, si es que no tienes cable y vives en la circunvecindad de Orange Walk, puedes ver Canal 10 claramente y gratis. Simplemente a través de tus antenas del televisor, claro. Y estamos también en el internet, compañeros. Simplemente teclas en Sugar City Morning Show, pero primero entras en el programa YouTube y ves el programa ahí claramente, donde sea que te encuentres y a la hora que te dé la gana verlo. Compañeros, es un gran gusto enviarles saludos a ustedes y a sus apreciables familias hoy por la mañana. Hoy es un día más que Dios nos ha regalado. Hoy ya es viernes y un viernes que amaneció algo no mojado por decir, pero anoche estuvo lloviznando y hoy por la mañana pues algo humedito, pero gracias a Dios dejó de llover para que tengamos un bonito fin de semana. Primero, antes de todo, vamos a darle las gracias a nuestro Creador, a nuestro Dios, por todas las bendiciones que nos da a diario y que muchas veces tomamos como un dado que nos vamos a despertar el siguiente día y ni siquiera le damos gracias a nuestro Creador por el milagro que hizo, que abrimos los ojos. Y por muchas otras cosas más. Padre, te damos las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Hoy amaneció, hoy logramos ver la luz de un nuevo día. Gracias, Padre, por todo esto, por el bienestar que nos das, por tu paciencia, tu misericordia, por tu gracia. Te doy las gracias, Padre, por nuestros familiares y por las buenas amistades. Gracias, Padre, por esto. Te pido, Padre, serenidad para aceptar las cosas que no puedo cambiar. Valor para cambiar aquellas que sí puedo, pero también te pido sabiduría para reconocer la diferencia entre uno y el otro. Padre, te pido como siempre también por los enfermos, las personas necesitadas a este momento, los ancianos, los niños desamparados también, las madres solteras, también los padres solteros, todas las personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles, emocionalmente, físicamente, espiritualmente, económicamente también. Padre, ayúdanos, cúranos, sánanos, confórtanos. Y también por todos nosotros que tengamos un bonito día, exitoso, que con el empeño que le ponemos a las cosas podamos sentirnos satisfechos por el trabajo que hacemos. Padre, te bendecimos, siempre te glorificamos y te adoramos. Son las 7:05 y es un gran gusto saludarles. Si nos acabas de sintonizar, bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Si es que estás cumpliendo años hoy, te quiero desear todo lo mejor. Hoy siendo el 27 de abril, compañeros, rápidamente así, ya estamos un mes luego de Viernes Santo y también como nada, ya estamos entrando tan pronto, el martes de la otra semana, ya estamos entrando en el mes de mayo. Recordándoles de que el mes de mayo hay muchas graduaciones, pero también hay mucho calor, es intenso el calor. Y hay, a propósito, este fin de semana hay la feria agrícola en Belmopan. 2 días, empieza hoy por la noche en realidad y termina el domingo por la tarde sí, como las 5 o las 6. He asistido varias veces y me he dado cuenta de que sí vale la pena ir a visitar un rato por la gran cantidad de cosas que puedes hacer, la gran comida que está disponible, cantidad de comida y variedad de comida también. Y si es que te interesa el rodeo o las exhibiciones agrícolas o las exhibiciones de los distintos negocios, tomando ventaja obviamente de todas las promociones que están en vigencia este fin de semana, te pasas un buen rato. Te juro que sí lo pasas. Pero una cosa sí, guardar mucho, pero mucho cuidado. Si es que estás manejando, por favor, guardar mucho cuidado. Esto te quiero decir desde muy temprano hoy, de que va a haber muchos checkpoints en la carretera. Te estoy diciendo, va a haber muchos checkpoints en la carretera para asegurar que las personas estén yendo a la velocidad correcta y también que no tengan ningún problema. También eso a la ida y a la vuelta, créeme, va a suceder. También si estás celebrando aniversario, que la pases bien. A propósito, también estamos acercándonos al mes de celebrar las queridas madrecitas. Y me da mucho gusto decirles de que soy parte de... Ayer me hicieron parte de una comitiva, una comitiva en Carmelita, donde va a haber una fiesta grande para las mamás, para todas las mamás viviendo en Carmelita, todas son invitadas. Es un programa que estamos desarrollando bastante completo, así que all mothers living in Carmelita are welcome for the 13th of May from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. There'll be food, there'll be refreshments, there'll be games, there'll be raffles. Well, we'll have a fine time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's exactly 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with you with more. Vamos a esta pausa y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios.
Ever since my mom switched to Diginet, my internet experience has not been the same. My online gaming is on point. I can keep up with my online classes and I enjoy Netflix and chill even more. Nothing beats Diginet's reliable internet speed. I pay only $69 monthly for my 5 megabyte plan. It's perfect for my budget. And you can even get higher speeds that's bundled with free mobile and free home phone for even more savings. But don't take my word for it. Visit the BTL office and ask about Diginet today.
Available in San Pedro, Northside, Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
Our priorities for the budget, fiscal year 2018-2019, are to continue to provide resources for investments in physical infrastructure, mainly roads and bridges, for education and health, for poverty alleviation, and for citizen security and defense. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, we grasp the nettle with both hands. We rise to meet the challenges, and we will overcome them. This year's budget is structured accordingly, and there therefore can and will be no retreat from our signature pro-poor policies. No retreat from Boost and Food Pantry, no retreat from the apprenticeship program, no retreat from the high school subsidies, no retreat from the payment by GOB for students' CXC exams, no retreat from the funding of the second chance opportunities, no retreat from tuition assistance, no retreat from the plethora of full scholarships, no retreat from the construction of new classrooms, no retreat from new rural water supply systems, health posts, and hospitals, certainly in San Pedro, which we hope to fund from a public-private mix, and also from PG. That's the next priority.
The government believes moving Belize forward.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can whip it scream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 7:15, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome to the show, and first of all, say good morning and welcome to, immediately to my left, Dr. Homero Novello. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
And also to my good friend and the co-host,
Robert
the
Checky
one
Usher.
and only Robert Checky Usher. ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah, this man, he always asks me everybody, come and start. You see what happened? Good morning, Doc.
Good morning,
Good to
Checky.
see you, my brother. Good to see you.
I know, I know you're a piloting.
Are they in a good company right now, boy? That tired they are.
Talk to me about the pepper steak. That's why he
Yeah.
tired.
No, but something gone on yesterday. He borrowed my phone to call somebody yesterday, man.
Oh, Christ. Oh,
You
Christ.
see, he don't know it, you know.
Oh,
And he
Christ.
send this person a text, I tell her a call back. So this person called me and I say, hello, what you go on me sugar plum? I say, what? He said, when they go on me ding ding walla walla. I said, hello. He said, you know you're not the budget. You want to tell about that? What happened? I said, they said, what happened? You play like you don't know me now then. Then things start to get critical. That cause I wonder when they go on. He said, remember the last time, man? He said this time, man, I tell him no man. He said, oh, because I could tell you all the things because you don't do me nothing. He let me know, you can't see me or nothing. I don't listen to the call for a man, a friend. But don't listen to feel like a number. But why that not a real friend to this man? Don't listen. Well, yeah, don't listen. I could say, you know Dolis, right, Doc? You know Dolis, right?
Yes. And that's my family, that Carmelita.
Yeah, but gentlemen, today is Friday. Today is Friday, Doc, and coming up this weekend we have the National Agriculture and Trade Show. I was telling Emmanuel yesterday that it's sort of shift for the agriculture sector. I'm not saying that the persons organizing it are not putting in their part, but to people that attend that fair, mostly are promotions when it comes to food, when it comes to liquor, when it comes to music, when it comes to sale of different items. But I see like the part when it comes to the agriculture part, I'm not seeing much promotion on that. Have you observed that?
Yes, I've noticed that the big companies try to make a pitch there, and I think they take the opportunity wonderfully. But yes, the agriculture sector is there. What happened is not commercialized. It's not, brought up to the airwaves as much as these other companies. But if you walk the grounds, I must say that there are a lot of things that you can learn about. No, there are the sections where you have the exhibitions. You have the section where you have the small animals, also like sheep, the chickens, the rabbits, and all these things. The playhouses. I mean, it's entertaining. However, I tell you what, yes, I understand this, and this has been something that has been brought up several times. Many people from North don't usually go there. It's a little far, they say.
They used to before, right?
Yes, but I guess with the road being much upgraded, I think it's how long it takes from here to Belmopan? Was it an hour and a half or something?
Yeah, like 90 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. So yes, we do invite people to go there. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy, and I'll tell you what, might be probably obscured by the selling of phones and all these things to an extent that, you can see more advertisement on it. But yes, there is something in agriculture there. Baja always, puts a booth there, and you have the different organizations, BLPA, the different farmers, cattle farmers, and also those that are producing, fruits, vegetables, and all that. They throw in their pitch there. And last time I was there, I saw something fantabulous. It's something huge. A watermelon weighing 55 pounds.
What?
Can you imagine? And it was produced here in Orange Walk. Wow. And guess who produced it? The person that is now the Farmer of the Year, Mr. Baltasar Campos. We need to salute this man. This man is a hard-working Belizean. My respects. He is the Farmer of the Year. And this guy is into agriculture. And I wish, Belizeans or Jockeans should perhaps have a chance to visit his premises.
Where is
the one who they call
He's
Balta?
right on South Carmelita village.
Oh, Carmelita,
Yes,
South Carmelita
yes.
village?
It's Balta, better known as Balta.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a Farmer of the Year.
Yeah, he's farmed there at a place named Molpochol, around Molpochol. So he is the Farmer of the Year. We have to salute this man. Not very many people get the opportunity to do that.
What he grows, Doc?
Farmers of the Year are known to grow almost everything, from vegetables, fruits, to livestock, and also commercialize it and make money out of it.
He's the
It's-
owner
it's-
of
it's
Agri
fantastic.
Centro, but he also produces the sweet corn.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things that I always stop in and buy. the
Sweet corn?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
So they got two
one of
different
the
kind
very-
of corn then.
Several different types of corn.
Yes.
You have the
Yeah.
local corn, and then you have the hybrid breeds that are brought from from abroad, and then you have this breed that is has a little higher concentration of sucrose, I guess, or fructose. But no GMO corn in Belize, no GMO. Sorry.
But when they got Farmer of the Year, that is good. Emmanuel was telling me yesterday that when it comes to the plants at the agriculture show, that they have a high demands on that because it said that a lot of people go for buy them plants. But how when it come to the part where they say about the biggest bull and things like how that one they go?
Actually, I tell you what, there is a committee that also judges all these things. There's a committee that judges livestock and a committee that also judges the different agriculture products. This committee, when it turns to livestock, and this is something that we Belizeans need to look at carefully. Actually, in Belize, we do not have a pedigree, and we don't have an organization that is looking after the pedigree of animals. In that, you know, you have a bull there that can tell you this animal is a champion here, or it was artificially inseminated here in Belize, has so much breed of this, has so much breed of that, which could be ascertained. Many farmers, you know, try to put a percentile on this, and in fact, it's something that it's not something that they can ascertain. And so we need to have something like that in Belize, to have an organization that can look into that and be able to ascertain that this is a Brahman bull, or this is 70% Brahman, 20% Nellore, you know, things like these, which, you know, would be something that people would be able to invest their money on. But I guess, you know, maybe the private sector might probably jump into this and one day start to organize themselves and get this going, but with the auspices, of course, of a body that is sanctioned by government. However, I tell you what, it happens with all the different breeds that we have in Belize. We need to go that direction. And we have animals that are being imported from abroad that perhaps bring their pedigree. And if this is not happening, then I guess we need to look into that so that we can do a follow-up. Genetics is very important in this country when it comes to livestock because it helps to improve the quality of animals that you have in your farm.
Yeah. But
so then judging happens on this. But I guess it's a little, how can I say, subjective. It's not really because of the information that they might have on the background of animals. And however, whatever empiric it is something that I guess to an extent farmers are happy with it. But like I said, we need to grow in that direction.
Doc, since you're on the agriculture conversation right now, what do you know what's the state of the Central Farm, the agriculture school in Central Farm?
The agriculture school?
Yeah, the National Agriculture
Yes,
Department.
what happened that has grown from, well, I was fortunate to have been a lecturer there while I was working in Central Farm, but it used to be the College of Agriculture. I understand that it has become the Faculty of Agriculture now for the University of Belize. I'm not so sure, but I understand that they are gearing up to start giving the Bachelors of Science in Agriculture, which is something very good. I do applaud them if they're going that direction because we need that expertise in Belize.
Okay, very good, very nice to say about them. I'm not trying to say that the companies that are advertising, they should not continue push their product, but I believe what we will like to see is to see exactly what you're saying here this morning. We'd like to see more of the advertisement when it comes, marketing when it comes to the agriculture area at the agriculture show.
I guess that at the end of the day, we have to be aware of the reason why the agriculture exhibitions take place. This is to help to as an incentive for other people to notice that there is business in this kind of thing.
Right.
At the end of the day, you know, a lot of people take a lot of seedlings there, and they have seedlings for all the mangoes. In other words, the small trees. They have for Hayden mangoes, they have for Tommy Atkins, they have for Cambodiana, they have for Slippers mangoes, and a lot of people take advantage to go purchase these trees, you know, so that they can take to their farms. Also, not only when it comes to mangoes, but when it comes to to lemons and limes and all sorts of your fruit trees that you can grow in your own yard. A lot of people take advantage of that, but that is early in the morning.
Okay.
That you won't see that happening 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The one at that time, it's what is left over. I have had the privilege of being there early in the morning, setting up a stall, and I have taken time out to visit some of these other stalls. and the amount of business that they're doing is surprising, because people go like, I know they wait for 12 o'clock when all of these things are other people have already been there and purchased. So there is, there's more than what you think happens. A lot of it, many times, a lot of people get there 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. You see the style is scanty, but believe me, you don't know the amount of business they've done in the morning, very early in the morning, because they have prepared. People are waiting for them to take off those breadfruit trees and the soursop trees and so forth, and they do good business in the morning. Okay?
That's some good.
But then it's supposed to serve as an incentive for other people as well to notice that, hey, there is business in agriculture.
Yeah,
there is business in growing all of these fruits and these plants and these vegetables and so forth. And hopefully in the future you'll get more people involved, not only in a lackadaisical manner, but with the assistance of the Ministry of Agriculture in an organized and profitable manner.
Yeah, what Emmanuel was saying yesterday, that we were talking about the sugar industry, how prices are falling, and Emmanuel was talking about some of these same things, to have the farmers try to see if they can get into planting of different products as well, no? As a way of carrying through life.
Yeah. Well, that's precisely what I had mentioned before, no? That yes, indeed, these things are unfortunately happening. It's not the government to blame for those prices that are going down, like some people are made to believe, but that we need to look at this situation carefully and also try to use our time in perhaps another industry, so that we can complement our income. What happened, though, there was a policy within the Ministry of Agriculture, I think many years ago, where they were asking farmers to become agro-negociantes, to be people that produce but are also able to market their produce. This is very important, because I'll tell you what, many farmers don't look at the future of agriculture, don't look at the future of planting and reaping, and they don't see the commodity selling. But you have to be somebody that is smart enough to be able to put your product on the market and push it. It does sell. All of us have to eat. All of us need the products that are produced, like vegetables and fruits. Therefore, what Emmanuel is saying is true. Many people look at the National Agriculture Trade Show to take advantage of these things, to look at what people can produce, which is something that perhaps somebody can come and tell you, listen, this can be produced in Belize, but you haven't seen it. When you see it, then you have an idea, and you can talk to the farmer that is producing it.
I gather that you can get fruits, exotic fruits. I gather that you can get lychee at the National Agriculture and Trade Show. I gather that you can get the red, different Malay apples, and you can get a number of fruits that we normally don't see here in the markets, and which are supposed to be like an experience and a half just eating it, because I gather that they are so delicious, that you go like, Christ, that I want to carry some to my house, but or what happens is that the fruit is so nice that you go like, I would like to take a seedling of it. I would like to get more of this. So they also offer the seedlings. They also offer on all of these. Let's get this thing straight.
Sorry about that. So, but that you see, it's a good thing that we are mentioning this, so that people can know that yes, these are available at the National Agriculture and Trade Show.
My question is, why is it that we have seen some efforts coming from some people developing winter vegetables, but it doesn't seem to be able to last. The venture doesn't seem to last. not like in other countries that it is a business that lasts year after year. Now, I know that a lot of people are saying, oh, it's easily mismanagement of funds and this and the other, but it's not necessarily that all the time, you know. It can easily be something else. Would you begin to have an idea of what is it that causes us not to be competitive in the USA versus other countries?
Well, I'll tell you something, Manu, that's a very good question there. Because I tell you what, the US is a big market, a huge market, but we don't have to go far to the US. Watch Mexico. Mexico has over 130 million inhabitants. The US has about, I think, 350 million people. Big markets. But let us look at the Caribbean countries where we have a direct link to export. What happened is that quality control is something very important in Belize. We produce what we need to produce to standard. Plus, there's another thing, the movement of goods and products, and in fact also services from one country to the next, has different, let's say there's a methodology, there are different protocols that you need to follow. For example, Baja needs to look at, perhaps if you're going to bring something from another country, at their place, what is it that they are doing, how they're producing, and how is it that it's going to affect Belize? Would there be a case of something breaking out? And also the same thing these countries do. They look at Belize and there are certain standards. There are certain things that they look at. I'll give you a little example. We did the cattle sweep project, and I'm biased for livestock because of my profession. We did the cattle sweep project, and what countries ask in the world is that our cattle be free of brucellosis and tuberculosis, and plus be able to be identified permanently. Now, farms also need to be GPS to find out where these animals are coming. So when our teams used to go to a farm, they used to do a GPS reading of the farm. They used to tag these animals. They used to test them for tuberculosis and brucellosis, so that if it's free, then we have this on a book or on a
database.
Yeah, on an archive where it says, listen, this farm XXY, is free of brucellosis and tuberculosis, and therefore it satisfies the requirement of exportation. So these are some of the things that need to happen, not only in livestock, but also in our vegetables and fruits. Baja is very exemplary in this. Baja has a huge, and they do a tremendous job, and I must congratulate them in making sure that these protocols are adhered to so that we can get access to markets. The US is something very difficult to penetrate. Actually, their standards are very high. But we do have products that are being going there. You have Marie Sharp that has entered there. And
but I gather, just speaking to somebody over the course of the week, and cause this is something up to certain, I must admit, it's something close to my heart. And I hope sometime in the future that I'll be able to get more involved in it. But way back then in the 1980s, I know that Belize used to export mangoes to the States.
What?
The Tommy Atkins mangoes they used to export. I think
Well,
it was from
watermelons,
Tropical Produce, something like that's the name of the company. I don't think the company exists or is doing business any longer. And if they do, my apologies. But they are no longer exporting the mangoes to the USA. And but it was a hell of a mango that was produced.
that's the McCleary mangoes in the south. Remember the McCleary mangoes?
Yeah. They were called the
Yes.
Tommy Atkins. I was speaking to some of the people who I know from the New England Produce Center, which is one of the largest importers, and they say like, why don't you produce mangoes for us? And I go like, what kind of mango? He says, we used to buy mangoes from Belize. Right now we're buying from Haiti. These people buy 10 containers a week of mangoes.
Wow.
They buy everything in huge amounts. And my question was like, my God, why can't we go into this market? What is prohibiting us? Well, it turns out that a number of things were prohibiting us. One, the cost was prohibitive. The cost of exporting one item from Belize, remember that we don't have shipping lines that go directly to the Boston area, so it has to be offloaded in Miami, Florida, and then from Miami, Florida, it has to go inland freight all the way to Boston, and that is extremely expensive.
Yeah, all right, gentlemen. We need to take a break, but we have.
But before we go on a break, please, before we go on a break, I would like to just quickly, another thing that is prohibitive is that the mangoes, the USDA is requiring us to do certain things which our own companies cannot afford. In other words, the hot water immersions and well, I think that what you do is there's a chemical that you need to immerse your food in, just that it kills the Mediterranean flies and so forth. So it's rather expensive, and that is where I would like to see government putting its hand into this, to trying to see how we can best help those farmers so we can begin to actually produce for export, because that's where the money is.
To enter here. Government is investing a lot of money. They have this Mediterranean fruit fly program that costs millions of dollars to keep Belize free of this pest. And you hear every time they have sentinels all about the country, have people testing all about the country for this 24/7. I mean, and once they find one little rush, at least there's quarantine, a big movement by Baja to stamp this out, because we need to have the market. Remember, we used to export papayas abroad? This protected papayas, protected all the other different fruits that we're sending abroad. And so, Belize is free of the Mediterranean fruit fly. But it costs us a lot. And in fact, American companies have agency, USDA has sent people to Belize to actually test the system to see if you are doing the right job. And I've seen the attachments to different people doing the sentinels, doing the surveillance, going through this, and yes, they're trained, and yes, they are successful. So yes, might not seem, you might not know it, you might not see it, but this Mediterranean Fruit Fly program is to protect, and to give us a status so that we have access to different markets.
It's 22 minutes before 8 o'clock. Now we can take a break, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll be right back with you after these.
And when we come back, people were wondering what's the situation of the plane or the jet that was on the San Esteban Road. We have some footage, and guess what? We had a pilot. And you will see the jet fly away. You will see the jet fly away in a short while, so stay tuned.
Did you know that if you are an owner or operator providing accommodation for cash purposes to any local or foreign guest, regardless of its location in the country, you are required by law to register with the Registrar Hotels at the Belize Tourism Board? Did you know that Section 27(1) of the Hotels and Tourist Accommodation Act, Chapter 285 of the Substantial Laws of Belize, Revised Edition 2011, makes it mandatory for you to register with the BTB? For further information, please contact the BTB by email, telephone, or fax.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development
High school
basketball showcase took center stage at the first ever event to take place in the historic state-of-the-art Belize City Civic Center. Thanks to the government of Belize, Belizeans now have a massive modern entertainment and convention facility to be utilized by all sectors of society.
I have gone on record to say as well that Teachers' Day this year, which will come in next month of May, will also be here in the Belize Civic Center. All 5,000, almost 6,000 teachers strong will converge here in the Belize Civic Center for a massive event. There is no other place in this country that can hold the kind of numbers that the Belize Civic Center can hold.
Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
They see you and know you're living. Always a star, yes. You live in color to the limit. Large and in charge, yes. That's why you rock with Buster. Fresh in range, a colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color, Buster.
A fast and reliable internet connection is crucial to the success of any business. That's why we at Pink Boutique chose DigiNet. Not only is it affordable, but it is service we can depend on to keep our business running 24/7. Plus, our DigiNet business plan allows us to stay ahead of the competition. For only $99, we get a dependable fiber connection at super fast speeds. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about how DigiNet can enhance your business today.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, and Belmopan. Coming soon to Orange Walk.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at DerekGillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the washers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net. Mejores prácticas en la cosecha de caña.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Es un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Son las 7:46. Hablando aquí en el último segmento acerca de agricultura y el mercado potencial que existe. El mercado potencial que existe para verduras y frutas en el extranjero, si solo supiéramos organizarnos, si solo supiéramos darle un poco más de interés a esto y darnos cuenta de que podríamos estar haciendo buen dinero del país de Belice si solo capitalizaríamos en todas estas cosas por la cercanía que tenemos a esos grandes países con grandes poblaciones.
¿Qué pasa? Que también el mercado nacional, Belice, consume bastante frutas y verduras, pero necesita consumir más porque no estamos comiendo lo suficiente. Mucha gente, y no lo digo a crítica, mucha gente come su rice and beans con potato salad, o el salad traído, digamos, el Heinz vegetable salad traído de Estados Unidos, cuando es más saludable comerlo con un poquito de lechuga, tomatito, pepino, repollito, todas esas cosas. Ya. Necesitamos apoyar también a nuestros agricultores. Comer así es comer más saludable y, por ende, pues tal vez tener menos gastos en cosas de salud. Pero hablando de esto, la agricultura también es un rubro en el desarrollo nacional que emplea bastante gente. Gran parte de los beliceños en el área fuera de las áreas urbanas están empleados en la agricultura. Familias enteras. La industria azucarera emplea bastante gente. Casi calculamos que emplea casi cerca de unos 15,000 a 18,000 personas en el norte. También ganadería, producción de verduras, producción de digamos, frutas, emplea gente. Y creemos que tenemos este mercado nacional que está pidiendo más, pero con el advenimiento del turismo, que cada día está creciendo más, hay un mercado más de consumo en alimentos. Y si quien produce verduras para el consumo local, puede ir también al consumo nacional y por ende puede ir al consumo de este mercado que es potencial, que es el turismo. Posiblemente si vamos grandes, ahí está el mercado internacional en el Caribe. Porque recuerden, las islas del Caribe tienen una limitación en terreno. Su población de ellos sigue creciendo, por ende necesitan alimentar a su población. Y Belice se ha conocido como el breadbasket de CARICOM. Entonces hay que aprovechar eso, pero hay que pensar de que empecemos con el consumo local, consumo nacional y consumo, digamos, ya internacional. Pero está este mercado turístico. Mucha gente, estoy viendo que están llevando bastantes verduras y frutas a San Pedro, a Quicaca.
A la ciudad de Belice.
Sí, para este mercado. Imagínense que entra casi cerca de 1 millón de turistas al año a Belice. ¿Cuánta comida esta gente no pueden consumir? Si, digamos, solo pasaran un plato de comida, estás hablando de bastante alimento. Por ende, pues yo siempre soy de la opinión de que cuando se quiere hacer algo, digamos, es que tienes que dedicarte alma, vida y salud a ello para poder conseguirlo. Y hemos visto mucho. ¿Qué pasa con nuestra gente beliceña? Y les insto, hay que trabajar la tierra porque es el recurso más grande que tenemos en este país. El recurso humano es el más importante, viene el recurso natural, que es las tierras. Y tenemos que trabajarlo, aprender a trabajarlo para poder alimentar a nuestra familia y hacer dinero de ello. Hay que ser agrinegociantes. Hay que mercar, hay que llevar a vender nuestros productos. Y no hay que tener pena o vergüenza de llevar tus productos a vender. Es algo que en el sudor de tu frente lo has hecho y debes estar orgulloso de ello. Porque la mera verdad es un trabajo digno, es un trabajo noble, es un trabajo arduo también, yo sé, pero a la vez es una forma de vivir.
Es que andar simplemente durante el curso esta semana también, doctor y Chequi, he estado hablando con varias personas que han estado en el negocio de sembrar caña por años y años y años. Y la queja de hoy en día es de que ya la caña ya no nos da el dinero que hacíamos antes, ya no hace sentido. Claro que todo eso es relativo al tiempo, al año cuando el precio de la caña está bajo, porque no es la misma queja cuando el precio de la caña está alto, obviamente. Pero también pues no podemos esperar que el precio de la caña siempre esté alto.
Claro.
Son fluctuaciones que ocurren mundialmente, pero en el caso de bajo en el precio de la caña, no es como si no sabíamos de qué iba a ocurrir.
Sí, se le venía diciendo.
Se anunció esto por más de 10 años, se sabía que iba a suceder y obviamente las asociaciones y tanto las autoridades debieron de haber, no estoy diciendo que no lo hicieron, o parcialmente no lo hicieron, pero debieron de haber preparado la industria suficientemente para poder atender este periodo de tiempo cuando ¡bam! Tenemos que competir mundialmente con este azúcar y tenemos entonces un gran problema ahora porque estamos viendo que quizás nunca podemos prepararnos suficientemente.
Es difícil eso, Iván, es bien difícil, porque sí se le mencionó, yo acuerdo, años atrás, se le mencionó a toda esa gente que eventualmente se iba a quitar estos precios preferenciales que Belice gozaba. Entonces, prepararlo más era con eficiencia en corte, en eficiencia en distribución, en entregas, en la producción, en la fábrica, el movimiento de esto allá. Entonces, todas esas cosas fueron para eficientar la producción y cortar gastos. Entonces, más preparado que eso, no me puedo imaginar. La fluctuación de los precios son increíbles. Pero, como le digo, no estamos para desanimar a ningún cañero. Es una forma de tener un ingreso, claro, estamos de acuerdo con ello. Sin embargo, lo que queremos es que también puedan utilizar más otro tiempo, por si tienen tiempo después de... Mucha gente cortan su caña en una semana y se acabó. Siguen empleados, siguen cortando caña. Pero cuando termina todo esto, tienen 6 meses de tiempo libre en la cual pues están esperando los bonos, van a limpiar su cañal. Ese periodo de tiempo se puede utilizar para producir algo más. Muchos de estos cañeros poseen la maquinaria para poder, digamos, trabajar en unos 3, 4 acres de terreno y hacer algo, producir algo más para subventar el dinero que les entra. Entonces, hay que pensar de esa manera para continuar nuestro nivel de vida, mantener nuestro nivel de vida y por ende, pues mantener, digamos, la familia íntegra.
Sí, pues tenemos que darnos cuenta de esto, compañeros, y esto es hablar al grano, porque en realidad mucha gente piensa que solo caña saben hacer, han estado envueltos toda su vida sembrando caña, cultivando caña, cortando caña, y solo eso saben hacer cuando así tan rápido, si es que te envuelves en otra cosa, te darás cuenta, bueno, ¿y cómo es de que no lo había yo hecho? ¿Cómo es de que en el pasado no había yo tomado ventaja de esto? Sembrar frijoles, sembrar maíz, sembrar coco, sembrar plátanos y venderlo. No hay, todo esto está muy en demanda, mucho en demanda últimamente, así que dense cuenta cuánto coco se vende por el país de Belice. Hasta escasez de coco hay. Entiendo de que mucha gente no logra conseguir coco, ya el coco seco para fabricar aceite de coco. Es difícil encontrarlo. Es difícil y por ende entonces sube el precio del aceite de coco. La gente, la coco verde se está consumiendo porque ya se desarrolló un mercado para esto. Ya luego entonces la gente no espera para que el coco se seque, y entonces la industria que dependía en el coco seco, pues ya lo ve difícil producir su aceite y otras cosas. Y entonces dice, pero ya no puedo a este precio, ya no lo puedo, ya tengo que cobrar más. Hasta ni cotobrete consigas ahora. Hasta ni tableta. Dicen, no, pues ya no hay coco, ya no hay coco. Pues, ¿cómo que no va a haber coco? No tenemos, no, ¿qué pasa? La gente, hay cierta gente que se pasa comprando coco verde por fin, por todos los cocales.
No, Manuel, ¿sabes qué pasó? Hubo una enfermedad también en el coco. No me
bueno, también, hubo una enfermedad,
yellowing,
sí.
se llamaba.
Ajá.
Y destruyó bastantes cocales. Que el gobierno en Central Farm hizo, o sea, trials, y sacaron un tipo de coco que era resistente a esta enfermedad. O era resistente o lo podía, digamos, tolerar. Era tolerante, pues. Entonces, todo este cocal se tuvo que repoblar otra vez. Y la verdad, había bastantes cocales que se acabaron. Entonces, la gente tiene que regresar a sembrar. Muchos están sembrando. Sí, he visto bastante gente sembrar. Pero era una población grande. ¿Se imaginan que San Pedro se acabó casi todo el coco? Antes San Pedro, antes de que sea una isla, digamos, pues, de pesca, era de copra. Vendían copra, ¿no? Entonces,
pero para terminar con esta discusión, pues yo creo que esta feria agrícola es una oportunidad espléndida para que podamos ir, ver, animarnos y animar a otros que se unan con nosotros para ver cómo podemos más desarrollar este país, produciendo más frutas, produciendo más vegetales, entrando en otros ramos de la agricultura y poder hacer un poco de dinero, porque créeme de que las oportunidades existen, simplemente necesitas tú buscarlas y vas a encontrarlas. Chequi, entiendo de que tenemos, I got that we have a good clipping.
Yes.
Talk to me, Papa.
We learned early on Monday morning, we understand it was around 5 o'clock, that it was officially discovered that when we hear first, we heard our plane made up on the San Esteban Road. We thought it was on this side, but it was on the other side, Progreso San Esteban, no? Right. And but then when we get to check it out, as we have seen it right there, then we learned that it was a jet, Doc.
No, it's a Learjet. That's an expensive aircraft.
Yeah. And then what happened is there was issues that they say, well, how we are move this thing, and one of the wing was damaged because we understand that they may try put it on fire, but that was not successful. So they had to repair the wing, and the person that could have fly this jet, they call her a mystery pilot. You know, so this person, the government found a pilot to fly this plane away, and now the plane is very safe at the BDF Air Wing in Ladyville.
So finally, they found a boat. There you see, ladies and gentlemen, it taking off, and right there on the San Esteban Progreso Road. Well, same way it come down, same way it went up. And I think at the end of the day, that was the most sensible way of moving it, because, Christ, you can't pull this like house round well, they couldn't even pass the bridge, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Unless you cut the wings, and even if you cut the wings, I mean, estás destruyendo el avión este. So I guess that was the most sensible thing to do, and I'm glad that at the end of the day, somebody came up that was able to fly it. Somebody from PG.
Yeah, I understand someone from
right, and was able to fly it from here onto the base at the.
Yeah, it landed at the Philip Gosselin International Airport, then was taken to the BDF Air Wing.
Exactly. So we're glad to hear that. I want to know what is going to happen with it. Is it going to be put on sale? Is it going to be refurbished for use? What is going to happen? But we don't know.
Wonder what's the value? Anybody know what's the value of that aircraft?
Well, it's estimated that the total is about $8 million US.
How much?
$8 million US.
$8 million.
Yeah. That's a Learjet. That's a very expensive plane. I guess it cannot land anywhere. I mean, our airstrips are too small.
We land on the Progreso Road.
Yeah, but at the Philip Goulson International Airport, yes, can land. But in different airstrips in the country, Belize, I don't think they have the length to be able to have this plane land and take off. Because it does take a good distance because of the velocity, the velocity to take off and, while landing.
But I don't know much about that plane, I'll be honest with you. So I can't tell you. But Christ, if you land on the San Laurent, on the San Esteban Progreso Road, and I don't know how straight, to what extent the road is straight.
I think you need
for it to be able to land.
You need the width as well, because it looked like that one in the try turn. That then
when it was turning that it got stuck.
Yeah.
And it couldn't give the entire, because you need space for it to turn.
Yeah,
that's why you see whenever you have the runway, there's normally a round section here where that plane then is made to turn. So we're glad to hear that the plane has been moved really, flown out of the Orange Walk district. I noticed that a number of stations, TV stations, are commenting on the amount of planes that have been found recently. What is going on in Belize? In other words, are we being used as a transshipment point? Is it for drugs? Is it for ammunition? Is it money being sent, or is it a combination of these two or three, money to be laundered really? Is it a combination of one, two, or three? It can't be one, two, or three of these items
or a combination.
Combination.
Human trafficking as well.
Can it be? I would venture to say that it is the drug trade and money laundering going on right there.
Yeah. All right, so...
And not expressly meant for the Belize market. It can easily be meant for another country that is very close to us.
Well, that the jet fly off. We invited you to come back and talk about your experience in the Orange Walk North, since you announced your desire to run in the Orange Walk North.
Yes.
We were asking you about how is things coming on in the area.
Actually, it's beautiful. It's a big area, and I'll tell you something. I need to buy a lot of shoes to walk that area. It's no joke.
When you go home in the evening, I have to tell the wife, make him put on the lambada, man, dance the lambada, and start to work out.
I need a pair of moccasins. You know what's a moccasin? Moccasino. Anyway, the fact is that yesterday I had a tremendous experience. We were with the crew that did the poverty alleviation part of the constituency, where they took all the different goodies, to different houses that people are in need. And I was happy to see that, yes, it is something that very well impacts the area. People do need it, people do appreciate it, and I'm very glad that this happens. We went from San Antonio up to Douglas, San Roman,
Do you
San
have
Jose,
any
San
idea as to
Pablo,
how many
and
people
then
benefit
finally
from this?
entering the night, because this is a big stretch. We started, I think, about before 4 o'clock, and we finished almost 8 o'clock last night.
I repeat the question. Do you have an idea of how many people benefit from this in the
well, I tell you what, we have almost, I guess it's about almost 180 or 190 people that benefit from this.
That's a good amount of people.
Yes, and the thing is this, that it's selected people, and they're so grateful for something like this coming up from the office of the Deputy Prime Minister Gaspar Vega. He has a heart for these people, and I must thank all the guys that were with us that made the effort to drive around. Maurice Cocom and Dennis Palacio. Bogey. He's man in charge of this. And
he carried the weight.
They did work the whole day on this, because I tell you what, they have to package all the sugar, the flour, the oil, the manteca, as they put it, and the different things that they put on the
Is
bag.
it something like what what is going on in Belize City? Is it that you go buy a bag for $12, or is it are these things being donated to the families? Because in Belize
It's
City, the
donated to the
pantry
family. This
is different. It's
donation. That's why I call it poverty alleviation.
They now have a
Okay,
period.
so it's a different
It's
thing
just
at
a
the
little
Belize
help
City.
that these people are getting through this, and right now, as it is, anything is good.
But
And
these people talking about close to 200 persons, that who are the people that receive, who are qualified to receive these poverty alleviation?
All right, you have
groceries?
several people. I mean, you have the elderly, people that are, in their past 70s or something like that don't have, cannot work. You have single mothers. You also have ladies that are also living by themselves. People, big families, barely making it. And so the category is big, but I tell you what, everybody would wish that this would be expanded a little bit more, but I tell you what, 180, 200 people is a lot. That vehicle that we took there, man, was loaded to the brim, and got to know all the little corners of this constituency, because the Deputy Prime Minister Gaspar Vega has walked out this area and personally has met these people at their houses, and to see the smile and how the people receive this, you can know that many of them are grateful.
I'd like to ask another question. How often do they receive?
It's once a month.
Once
a month.
And is it on a consistent
basis? Yes.
Okay, so there is a list of people that usually get
That's
every
right.
month. So that happens. You mentioned it was in this area. That happened only in that area, or the entire Orange Walk North?
I'm not so sure of the other areas, of course. I'm not so sure about that. But I know that, this is happening here. I don't know if it's happening in the East, but I guess it's happening there also.
Oh, no, the East has its program.
You said that you went to the San Antonio area yesterday,
Yes.
but does it happen in this part, like in San Jose and these different villages in Orange Walk North, or just that area?
No. All the constituency. When I say
Okay.
constituency, I mean
Orange Walk
San
North
Antonio,
includes
San Roman,
all the
Douglas, San
villages.
Jose, San Pablo, San Luis, everything. You have Trial Farm, Ocho Benque, Blackwater, all the constituency get. So
good.
it's a big run that we had, and yes, I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy to see that there is a program, and that is why
Would you like to see it expanded?
Yeah, yes, because I tell you what, need is there. I mean, everybody needs. You can't limit this. But the thing is this, though, that I must bring this thing that really hit me. The fact is that no political party had done this before except for the United Democratic Party. The UDP thinks about its people. I mean, and I beg the pardon, I ask for your forgiveness, but tell you what, we must bring this up. PUP never did do this to its people. It's a shame. They had all they made us, they got us indebted for $1 billion with a B, like how Said Musa said, and nothing like that came to the people of this country. Rather, the United Democratic Party, with all the food pantry, the boost program, and these poverty alleviation programs, is getting to the people. No, I tell you what, that's why the people have voted UDP for 3 consecutive terms. I'm pretty sure, and I would me gustaría invitar a todo el mundo. El Partido Unido Democrático tiene a la gente en el corazón. Esto nunca había sucedido para esta gente bajo el Partido Unido del Pueblo. Y si nosotros nos damos cuenta, el Partido Unido del Pueblo bajo George Price tenía el sector social en su agenda. El PUP de ahora no lo tienen. ¿Y sabe qué? El gobierno de Dean Barrow lo ha hecho. Ha estado ayudando a toda esta gente que lo merecen, lo necesitan. Por eso yo siempre digo que si ustedes que votaron para el UDP algún día dicen voy a votar para el otro partido, créanme y se los aseguro que se va a acabar esto, que se va a acabar toda esta ayuda, todas estas cosas. Y muchas veces, muchos de ustedes a veces ya lo toman por como dicen, take it for granted.
Toman como un dado.
Sí, un dado. Entonces, ¿qué sucede? Es que no saben lo que tienen hasta que lo pierdan. Pero no debemos esperar eso. Este es un aspecto grande de que el Partido Democrático tiene un corazón para su gente. No hay que olvidarlo, porque recuerden, son los mismos PUPs que quieren regresar. Y si ellos quieren regresar con esa agenda de que nunca se preocuparon de la gente pequeña, creo que no lo van a hacer. Porque el tigre nunca cambia sus colores, o no lo cambia de la noche a la mañana. Entonces, ellos no van a cambiar esto. Ellos lo que van a hacer igual como hicieron cuando el doctor Manuel Esquivel, el primer ministro de Belice, dio educación libre o gratuita para todos. Y fíjate, Manuel, es sorpresivo. Una persona me dijo, ¿cuándo fue eso? Le digo, ¿dónde estabas en el 93 al 98? Me dice, pues mi hija, yo siempre tuve que pagar algo. Obviamente, si te decimos que es gratuito, es que ya no vas a pagar tuition y los libros y otras cositas, pero tienes que pagar tal vez la comida, el pasaje y otras cosas allá. Y a las escuelas,
o algunos otros fees que
y las escuelas en ese tiempo, Emanuel, se opusieron grandemente a eso. Y es una cosa de entender también. Se opusieron porque a ellos les gusta cobrar, manejar ese dinero y hacer lo que les plazca a ellos, porque la mera verdad no hay un sistema de checks and balances, no hay auditoría sobre ellos. Y sabes qué, la gente ahorita lo siente cuando ya viene agosto, que tiene que meter su mano en su bolsa y pagar esos tuitions, sobre todo de high school y sixth form. Esquivel dio educación libre en ese aspecto. En el 98 PUP vino y lo quitó. Sí. Ahorita Cordell Hyde dice educación libre. Oh my God, ¿qué pasó? ¿Cayó de su cama o qué pasó? Porque la mera verdad, cuando quitaron educación libre, Cordell Hyde fue el ministro de educación. ¿Ah? El mismo Cordell Hyde que quiere educación libre para todos.
¿Será que simplemente es propaganda que está haciendo?
La mera verdad, yo no sé, yo no les creo nada a ellos, porque nos han guayabeado tantas veces que...
Sí. But you rightly say that everything that is playing out in the Orange Walk North area, especially with this poverty alleviation, I believe that it's part of the hard work of the Honorable Gaspar Vega as well, to have this program going, right?
Yes, it is. And I'll tell you what, it is my intention, if I am given the opportunity, to continue with these things, because it does impact our people. I cannot, and I tell everybody, I cannot fill the shoes of the Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Gaspar Vega. I cannot. But I'll tell you what I can do is continue his legacy with helping his people and working for his people. So I ask, if I have not visited you, if I have not seen you, because the constituency is big, I do ask that you support me in this endeavor. I have a lot of support from very good people, but I'm telling you, if I have not seen you, I do beg your support.
You still got time.
It is important, yes, it is important that we start looking at these things, and I need to listen to what your concerns are. Please bring it up. We need to talk. We need to charter a decision, charter a route where we can continue working. Por eso le digo, se los digo en español, a todos ustedes, hay posiblemente gente que no he encontrado, pero sí los conozco casi mucha gente del área. Si no he hablado con ustedes, por favor, les pido su apoyo. Necesitamos hablar, necesitamos platicar, necesito escuchar todos sus necesidades, todos sus problemas, para ver cómo podemos hacer un camino para recorrer, para ayudar a todo el mundo y trabajar con ustedes arduamente como orinjoaqueños, porque la mera verdad, el orinjoaqueño tiene esa capacidad grande de que es trabajador. Sé que todos trabajan ustedes y la mera verdad, pues vamos a salir adelante. Tenemos que hacer que Orange Walk Norte tenga un capítulo más en el desarrollo de nuestra nación, pero un capítulo que se vea, que se oiga, que se sepa. Recuerden, mi corazón es agricultura, pero a la vez también soy por educación. Yo quisiera que todos sus hijos tengan esa oportunidad de poder ir a la escuela y llegar a ser alguien.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Hablando de... ¿Estoy del show?
Sí, está en vivo.
Hablando del primer ministro Manuel Esquivel, es bueno recordarle a los cañeros de que el Manuel Esquivel les dio duty free gas y el PUP se los quitó.
Ok, ve. Buena observación.
Sí, yo recuerdo eso, pero gracias por recordárselo al público, porque en realidad, ahora que lo mencionas, es muy cierto que hubo un tiempo cuando se redujo el precio porque del petróleo, de la gasolina y del diésel. Muchas gracias, señor. Muchas gracias.
Claro.
How was that initiated, Doc?
Manuel Esquivel, I mean, first of all, he was my teacher. I knew him well. Manuel Esquivel was somebody that came to politics. I think he was pushed by the Sancas company. But I tell you what, he was a man that had a heart. He saw when the PUP left office in 1984, because he won then in 1984, the economy was a disaster. After our independence, PUPs were kicked out. They had this, I mean, the whole economy messed up. He started an austerity program, which of course all of us had to bear. And we had to tighten our belts, and we went through some hard times. But you know, he fixed the economy, but because of that, again, he lost the election, and but he was returned in 1993, when in fact he came with more ideas to help the Belizean people. He gave us free education. He started helping farmers, started helping a lot of people, social programs. But then, you know what happens? People misunderstood Manuel Esquivel in the fact that he had this VAT that he imposed on the country. Of course, it's a taxation procedure. It's just like what we have right now, GST, and sales tax and all these things. But the PUP came back and said, oh, we're going to remove that. And what it came up? Sales tax and GST. So it's just changing the name. The taxation was still there. And government, to be honest, does have to charge taxes. So they misunderstood him and they removed him. But PUP came into office so triumphantly that they started sacrificing the Belizean people. I mean, programs like this free education was thrown out through the window. I mean, this gas that was given to farmers at those very low rates also was disappeared. And so everybody started feeling, but yet corruption started happening. Man, the things that they did, and I tell you what, I need to perhaps sit down. I was talking to a youngster yesterday when he asked me, but I don't see how bad PUP has done. We don't see it. And then, you know, I invited him to do a little research into that era from 98 to 2008, those 10 years. The guy came back immediately and said, wow, I didn't know these things. I tell you, you need to talk to your friends. He said, no. He said, Doc, you need to come to our high school and talk to our students to enlighten them. I tell her, well, I tell you something, it's pretty hard. Not that I wouldn't want, but listen, schools have PUP administrators that they don't want to hear the truth. You can see many primary schools and high schools in Orange Walk and throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful Jewett have that, which I think they're doing a disservice to their students once that they do not disclose what had happened in the past. Because, listen, if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. And we need to look at history. That's why we teach history in schools, because we need to charter our future by knowing what we have done, what we went through.
Okay, well said there. We need to take a quick break, however. Yeah. It's exactly 20 minutes after 8. We will be right back with you. Vamos a estar de vuelta, compañeros, con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios, nuestra responsabilidad que tenemos con nuestros patrocinadores. Vamos a esa pausa.
Mejores prácticas en la cosecha de caña de azúcar. Es recomendable realizar la cosecha en el momento ideal, cuando la caña de azúcar ya está madura. Así va a recuperar la mayor cantidad de azúcar con la mejor calidad. Existen varios métodos para determinar la madurez y calidad de la caña a ser cosechada. Síntomas visuales para determinar la madurez de la caña de azúcar son: las hojas se vuelven amarillas y se secan. Se reduce el número de hojas activas a 5 hojas o a menos. Los entrenudos de la parte superior se acortan. En algunas variedades tempraneras, la floración es un indicador de madurez, midiendo el Brix del tallo para calcular el índice de madurez, es decir, para asegurar si la caña ya está madura. El Brix del jugo en la caña de azúcar tiende a equilibrarse a lo largo del tallo, una vez que llega a su madurez fisiológica. Con un refractómetro de mano se toma la muestra. El Brix superior se toma en el entrenudo que corresponde a la hoja más 7, y el Brix inferior se toma en el segundo entrenudo sobre la superficie del suelo. El índice de madurez es la relación entre el Brix superior y el inferior expresado en porcentaje. Por ejemplo, si el Brix superior es 18 y el inferior es 20, el resultado expresado en porcentaje sería de 90%. Para que una caña se considere madura, el resultado debe estar entre el 85% y el 100%. Análisis de la caña a nivel de laboratorio. Con este método, es necesario colectar muestras de tallos de caña para extraer el jugo. Luego se analiza en el laboratorio para determinar el POL, pureza y Brix. El POL es el contenido real de sacarosa presente en el jugo y es determinado a través de un polarímetro. La pureza aparente se refiere a la relación entre el POL y el Brix del jugo expresado en porcentaje. Una caña lista para cosechar debe tener valores entre el 81% a 100% de pureza. Entre más cerca al 100%, más azúcar se recupera. Una vez determinada que la caña está madura, se procede a la cosecha. Se recomienda realizar la quema en horas que presente el menor riesgo a quemas accidentales. Sin embargo, la cosecha en verde es lo ideal. El corte de la caña se debe realizar al ras del suelo, para aprovechar los entrenudos inferiores donde se encuentra la mayor concentración de azúcares. De este modo, aumenta la producción y el rendimiento de azúcar por acre. La caña debe acomodarse en bultos para facilitar el alce y minimizar el porcentaje de materia extraña, tierra. El bulto debe ser del tamaño del agarrón de la alzadora para evitar el uso del empujador o piler. El despunte debe hacerse en una altura adecuada para así eliminar los entrenudos superiores inmaduros, al igual para no dejar caña moledera en la punta. La caña debe de estar lo más limpio posible, libre de hojas, raíces o lodo, conocido como materia extraña. La cosecha se puede realizar de tres maneras: cosecha manual, semi-mecanizada o mecanizada. Cosecha manual, corte y alce manual, jarochado. Cosecha semi-mecanizada. Corte manual. Se acomoda en bultos que posteriormente son alzados al camión o tráiler por medio de máquinas alzadoras. Cosecha mecánica. Este ha tomado auge. Es la cosecha utilizando las máquinas cosechadoras. También reduce el costo total de la cosecha. La caña debe ser cosechada y entregada al ingenio lo más pronto posible a partir de la quema. Debe ser a menos de 36 horas para asegurar la mejor calidad. Durante el transporte del cañal al ingenio, se recomienda asegurar bien la carga usando varias fajas o cadenas para evitar la caída de caña durante el transporte. Al momento de registrar su viaje en la caseta, asegúrese de recibir su boleto del oficial encargado para que su producción se registre en el sistema de información de la industria. Estimado cañero o cañera, implementando mejores prácticas en la cosecha y transporte de la caña de azúcar para maximizar la producción de azúcar y de la mejor calidad posible. Este resultará en una industria eficiente, de menor impacto al ambiente y sustentable, asegurando mejores ingresos para todos, y así mejorar la calidad de vida de las familias. Una industria impactando la vida de todos.
Agric 2018, and now's the time to join the Digi team. Come get huge savings and chances to win big prizes. Save big on Samsung, Hyundai, and Alcatel LTE devices starting as low as $49. Save even more when you make the switch to Digicel. Sign up for a mobile postpaid plan and get 1 month free. Sign up for Diginet at the booth and get free installation. Make the switch to Diginet and you'll even get 2 months free. Plans start as low as $69. We're not done yet. Every phone purchase and every Diginet sign up on Saturday and Sunday gives you a chance to win one of 2 55-inch TVs. Plus, there'll be live music and the General Super G at the Digicel tent, along with tons of giveaways, including hourly raffles and chances to win free credit. Follow us live on Digicel Facebook all weekend. Can't make it to the grounds? Then don't miss our pre-agric sale at all offices countrywide starting April 24th. And don't forget, you can get double up countrywide all weekend. Visit digicel.bz/agric2018 or follow us on Facebook for more details. Agric is here again, and there's never been a better time to join the Digi team.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is a pleasure to greet you this morning. It is a pleasure to have with us Dr. Homero Novello, who is an aspirant for the Orange Walk North constituency representative. He has been very encouraged, I must say, by the welcome he has received, by the open arms he has received by a large number of people in the Orange Walk. And this is because he is just beginning. Él recién está comenzando en su, no campaña por decir, porque sería prematuro, pero en tratar de mantener contacto con la gente de Orange Walk. ¿Lo dije bien?
Claro que sí.
Okay.
A raíz de eso, pues he encontrado bastante gente que me están conociendo. Hay gente que me habían visto a través de la televisión y que ahora pues tienen un acercamiento más a mí. Y agradezco mucho los consejos que todos ellos traen para mí. Agradezco mucho también a cierta gente que, por ejemplo, ahorita nos mandaron los mensajes de textos, varios mensajes de texto en la cual, pues, uno dice, pues, no has llegado a mi casa, pues, toda mi familia te apoya. Muchísimas gracias, señor Jesús García. Se lo agradezco de todo corazón. Y también para esa persona que nos mandó un mensaje de texto diciendo, pues, que la justicia se hace que yo tengo que acercarme a las escuelas para poderle llevar estas informaciones. Obviamente, gracias por eso, porque sí lo voy a hacer, me voy a acercar. Esos jóvenes que van a llegar a votar algún día necesitan saber de nuestro país, que obviamente estas cosas que nosotros discutimos ahorita, pues ellos están en la escuela. Gracias que se repite eso, pero muchos de ellos pues tienen tareas para hacer. Pero pasar una hora con ellos informándoles es algo que yo agradecería bastante poder hacer. Lo he hecho, he sido chairman del board de varias escuelas, del Belize High School for Agriculture, y saludo a todos ellos, a esos parientes que mandan a sus hijos a estas escuelas, y pues hemos trabajado bastante bien con todos ellos. Me ha gustado ver el desarrollo que se ha dado en todas las escuelas positivamente, porque agricultura es mi logro, pero además agradezco bastante a toda esta gente a través del país de Belice. Tuve la oportunidad de viajar el país 3 veces bajo el proyecto que hice bajo el Ministerio de Agricultura y Baja, el Cattle Sweep Project, en la cual viajamos desde ese Consejo hasta Cadenas en el sur, viendo toda la ganadería que se muestreará para que podamos tener acceso a un mercado internacional, y muchos ganaderos se han aprovechado de eso, y qué bueno. Esto es auspiciado también bajo el gran trabajo que hizo el ministro de Agricultura, el honorable y viceprimer ministro Gaspar Vega. Pero gracias por sus consejos. Voy a llegar hasta donde están. Sí, ya me prometieron que me van a comprar otros zapatos para que pueda caminar lo suficiente. Vamos a bajar un poco de peso caminando. Pero, señoras y señores, vamos a llegar. Y me alegro mucho que muchos de ustedes han abierto las puertas de su hogar, han platicado conmigo. Hay unos que me llaman por teléfono y me dicen, no te preocupes, aquí en esta aldea todos estamos de tu parte. Saludamos a toda esta gente que nos apoya, a Martín Pat, a Chuto en San José, San Pablo, a toda la gente de Douglas, a la gente de San Antonio, a los Canul. La verdad son muchachos que pues me han apoyado no solo ahora, sino desde antes en el fútbol. Y toda la gente que de alguna forma hemos tocado. Yo estoy bastante contento, bastante agradecido y tengo el anhelo de trabajar con ustedes, de ver un cambio, digamos, positivo en su lugar de trabajo, en sus aldeas, en su vida. Estoy seguro que lo han tenido. El cambio ha venido porque el señor, el honorable Gaspar Vega, ha trabajado arduamente con todos ustedes. Y la mera verdad, eso es mi intención. Seguir estos pasos, seguir adelantando a todos, darle la oportunidad a todos esos jóvenes que puedan llegar y llenar esa meta, ese sueño de llegar a ser alguien, llegar a la universidad o llegar a ser un buen padre de familia y tal vez tener lo más importante que es un techo, una casita, un terreno y educar a los hijos.
This text, someone says, send a text here, Doc, and you need to be aware of this. You say, next observation, Doc, is not who you know. Know is who knows you, because you are the one who needs to reach the people.
Yes, it's important, and I'm happy about that, yes. Obviously, it's a two-way street, this. I am proposing myself, and I want people to know me. I want people to know the capacity that I have. And it's pretty hard for me to tell you what I have done, perhaps, school-wise. But maybe I need to sell that idea. But yes, people of this country have seen the works that I've done under the Ministry of Agriculture and Baja with the projects. I worked with government 10 years. And yes, there are a lot of things that we can do, but we have to come together. We have to listen to you. And I thank you for those suggestions, because it is those suggestions that inspire me more. It means that people are thinking positively. They have a good heart for me, and that they would want to see me do the best possible for everybody.
Right.
I do thank you for that.
And this next one said, Días Doc y Manuel Cheque. Doc no ha llegado a mi casa, pero no importa, siempre tienes mi apoyo.
Muchísimas gracias a usted, de veras, porque no estoy todavía en el caminando todavía para ir de casa en casa, pero esto va a suceder, primero Dios. Vamos a llegar a su casita de ustedes, vamos a platicar con ustedes. Voy a hacer todo el tiempo necesario para estar con ustedes, porque definitivamente necesitamos hablar, necesitamos escucharles, porque esas sugerencias, esas plegarias, todo eso es parte de lo que nos va a animar para poder hacer un buen plan y llevar a cabo lo que ustedes más necesitan, darles una mejor vida y ver que nuestro país vaya para adelante. Miren, yo estoy rodeado de bastante gente que me aprecian. Tengo aquí dos buenos compañeros, tengo a Morris Cocom, a Raim Wagner y todos estos muchachos, y también tengo el apoyo del viceprimer ministro, el honorable Gaspar Vega y familia. Eso son cosas que tener a esta gente en la esquina de tu cancha, dándote el apoyo, dándote las ideas, dándote todo lo necesario, es importante. Les digo, yo estoy aprendiendo bastante estos días. Para mí, como me dijo un compañero, Homero, eres médico veterinario. Es una carrera muy linda, pero ¿sabes qué? Estás en la universidad otra vez aprendiendo otra carrera. Y claro que sí, estoy aprendiendo bastante, estoy conociendo muchas cosas, teniendo ideas, escuchándoles a ustedes de cómo podemos trabajar. Entonces, sí, la carrera de medicina veterinaria fue bien difícil, fue bien desafiante. Y cómo deseo que ya haya alguien para sustituirme aquí en Orange Walk, porque la mera verdad es un poco difícil tener que traer a alguien de por fuera para hacer el trabajo, pero van a tener a alguien ustedes. Yo quisiera ya ver un Orange Walkeño que tomara mi lugar para que agarre este mercado, porque es importante. Pero a la vez me voy a dedicar a esto, alma, vida y corazón, y les prometo que me van a ver, y si no me ven, también les pido, acérquense a mí, búsquenme, vamos a platicar, vamos a hablar. Quiero saber cómo están, quiero saber cómo podemos desarrollar este lugar. Tenemos bastantes ideas, pero mis ideas no pueden funcionar si ustedes no ponen el componente de qué es lo que quieren. Y a eso vamos. Yo vengo humildemente a visitarles, voy a ir humildemente a visitarles y a platicar con ustedes. Muchos de ustedes que tal vez me conocen, saben qué clase de carácter manejamos, y no importa dónde estén, cómo estén, yo les puedo ver.
Hablando de la plática, Doc, tú estás hablando con bastante gente. ¿Qué está en su mente de la gente de Orange Walk North? ¿Qué espera la gente de Orange Walk North de un representante ahorita?
Chequi, te voy a decir una cosa. Hablamos bastante de lo que está pasando. O sea, en el norte la industria azucarera no está, la economía no lo está moviendo. Entonces la gente necesita sustentar este dinero que están consiguiendo, ¿cómo dicen? Income. Y está cada vez siendo más pequeño. Entonces mi idea mía, y muchos de ellos, es trabajo. Quieren una forma más de trabajar para conseguir suficiente dinero para poder mantener su familia, pagar sus cuentas y salir adelante, tener un techo, conseguir su terrenito, desarrollar su terreno, sus cosas allá. Entonces, lo que me han estado diciendo que es importante emplearse. El empleo es bastante. También el sector salud. Mucha gente necesita, digamos, el sector salud con máquinas de diálisis. Hay bastante diabetes y mucha gente sufre al no tener estos equipos, digamos, a mano. Entonces lo han estado pidiendo, hay mucha gente que me lo ha dicho, que sabes que es importante eso. El sector salud es importante, claro. Y también el sector alimenticio. Hay gente que, la mera verdad, pues hay que buscar una forma como alimentarse mejor. Claro que las cosas tal vez te dicen, sí es fácil, suena fácil tal vez sembrar tus cosas, pero yo siempre creo de que podemos enseñar a la gente. Yo tuve la oportunidad cuando trabajé con el gobierno de enseñar a mucha gente la producción animal. Y ¿saben qué? Cuando yo invitaba, y tal vez algunos de ustedes se pueden acordar, cuando yo invitaba a la gente a estas sesiones, siempre les pedía traigan a su hijo, porque la mera verdad a veces papá y mamá pues no quieren escribir, pero los hijos querían que vayan porque ellos son los que tal vez van algún día a ser agricultores y tal vez ahorita ya lo son. Sin embargo, ¿qué pasa? Es de que siempre les pedía que escribieran algo, les dábamos documentación, tus cosas allá y no sé si lo leían o qué. Pero sí les voy a decir una cosa, quienes aprovecharon todas estas sesiones a lo máximo fueron los menonitas de Shipyard y Blue Creek. Ellos sí, porque mucho de lo que nosotros enseñamos lo han practicado. Entonces yo creo que ustedes, teniendo un poquito más de énfasis, volvemos a regresar a enseñarles a ustedes, digamos, producción animal, producción de verduras y todos estos tipos de productos para poder ayudarles, darles los insumos, darles digamos, la capacidad de poder salir adelante sembrando estas cosas. También enseñándoles un poquito de mercadeo, cómo mercar, cómo vender, cómo poner al mercado sus productos para poder, digamos, salir adelante. Son cosas que aquí lo tenemos. Yo siempre, muchacho, me digo, hay millones de dólares que la industria azucarera trae, pero ¿dónde acaba? No vemos el impacto de ello. Hay que hacer un poco más la economía. En la agricultura sí sabemos que emplea gente. Hemos visto que en muchos lugares, y sí se me ha sugerido, no solo viene de mí, se me ha sugerido, que hay aldeas que necesitan una farmacia. Hay aldeas que, digamos, alguien se siente mal en la noche y no pueden, tienen que venir hasta Orange Walk a conseguir medicinas, todas cosas allá. Hay aldeitas que necesitan, digamos, un centro de acopio. Cuando digo centro de acopio, tal vez de verduras, un mercadito, algo por allá donde alguien pueda decir, pues sabes que tengo tomates, quiero ir a venderlo, o se lo va a vender esa persona que venda en la aldea o alguna cosa allá. Nos vamos a organizar. Hay otros tipos de gente que tal vez necesitamos, digamos, una buena bloquera, un buen mecánico, un electricista, un plomero, toda esta gente para esta aldea, porque mire, tienen su waterboard, siempre hay una persona haciendo plomería allá, claro. Pero vienen otros proyectos en los cuales necesitamos que los plomeros ya suban de capacidad para poder manejar, digamos, inclusive proyectos. Entonces son cositas que tenemos que ir pasito a pasito, pero llegar hasta allá. Entonces por eso yo siempre animo a los parientes, hay que educar a nuestros hijos, porque estas cosas vienen. Yo estudié y trabajé en Orange Walk, trabajo en Orange Walk y Corozal. La verdad, me he empleado yo solo y he empleado gente también. Y la verdad, pues eso es lo que nosotros buscamos, una buena forma de vivir siendo independiente. Y no crean, no porque sus hijos fueron a la sexta forma, fueron al colegio, que ellos necesitan tener un oficio de oficina. Negativamente, no necesariamente es eso. El trabajo en agricultura es tan sano que a veces la oficina no es tan válido. O sea, hay gente de oficina administrando otras cosas, o sea, pero nosotros que somos de campo trabajamos duro en el campo para que estas cosas sucedan. Yo tengo oficina y la verdad paso más mi tiempo en el campo. ¿Por qué? Porque no importa, es mi trabajo es del campo. Y saludo a todos ustedes caballeros que todos los días se levantan temprano a darle duro al trabajo para salir adelante y sacar a sus hijos adelante.
Thank you very much, Doc. We need to go on our final break of the morning, but let me share this text before going on the break. It said, Doc, adelante, usted siempre ha sido buena gente, UDP.
Muchísimas gracias, muchísimas gracias.
So we go on our final break of the morning, Emmanuel?
Yes, we're going to break and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Hi, I'm Judy Hua, and I'll let you know about my DigiNet experience. It was so easy. Literally, they just asked for a few things like my ID, they asked for my address, and they even asked me questions that how could they improve their service. I won't lie, I'm a social media holic. I would surely recommend it to my friends, especially when we're doing our FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls. You know, our calls won't get dropped.
See you guys in a bit then.
For my professional side, well, I do television, so for me, we have to download a lot of files. We have to ensure that when we receive them, we check them before it goes on air, and DigiNet has made that experience easy for me. I have the 5 meg plan, which is wonderful because it's only $69. So I'm really glad that they did the promotion. In my area, in Kings Park, I was the first one to sign up.
Available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, Belmopan, and now Orange Walk. Coming soon to Placencia.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostrands, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostrands.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 13 minutes before 9 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta, señores y señoras. Señoras y señores, perdón. Son las 9 menos 13 minutos. Un viernes bastante bonito aquí en el pueblo de Orange Walk. Y aún mejor porque estamos con la presencia del doctor Homero Novello, que es se está lanzando, por decir, para poder correr en las siguientes elecciones entre un par de años aquí en el Orange Walk North Constituency. De nuevo, bienvenido, Doc, y gracias. Un gran gusto tenerte con nosotros. Ya estamos al final del show, 13 minutos escasos para terminar esto. Nos da mucho gusto, nos ha dado mucho gusto escucharte hablar, nos da mucho gusto ver y saber de que estás tomando un esfuerzo yendo a distintas aldeas y visitando la gente. Nos da mucho gusto que, conociendo a ti, que eres inteligente, te fijas de las cosas, de las necesidades de la gente. Pero también es importante hacerle plática a la gente, llegar a saber, así, cara a cara, cómo es que piensas. Así que me imagino que son tiempos bastante interesantes para ti.
Claro que sí, es como mencioné, es un aprendizaje grande esto.
Vamos a tomar esa llamada.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Yes.
I just call, you know. Look at my friend, like John was saying, you don't want to endorse the
Hello? Yeah. I
think we lost that call. So we're asking the person to please call back again, or charge up, but we would like for you to call back.
Yeah, let me share these texts that we have here.
Go ahead, please, go ahead.
I got two texts to read. I can read the two and then I ask you a comment when I don't read the two. The first one says, we know the government has been rough on the north. What's your plans to start getting things to start moving again? Or how would you convince the government to start making things happen in Orange Walk North? I said, Doc, by you running for that division, can you see if this is the end of Gaspar Vega era in North or in politics? That is from one person. Let me get the next one here for you, Doc. The next one here says, Doc, are you going to continue to work when Mr. Gaspar Vega left, or if it's just promises?
Okay, let me answer the first question. I should probably say it in Spanish better. Señores, el desarrollo de nuestro país muchas veces se sustenta en nosotros. Obviamente que el gobierno juega un papel crítico en impulsar el desarrollo económico y de todos ustedes. Pero yo les digo de que sí, las cosas tenemos que mejorarlos todos, pero a veces es muy importante esto, tenemos que mirarnos a nosotros mismos. El cambio muchas veces somos nosotros que lo hacemos, tiene que venir de nosotros. Sí, la mejora también tiene que venir de nosotros. Muchas veces, cuando las cosas son críticas, son cuando mejores decisiones hacemos. A veces la economía no está de lo mejor para todos y es difícil, pero la mera verdad es cuando tal vez las ideas mejor afloran. Es cuando tal vez pensamos en muchas cosas. Es como dicen, cuando tienes el dinero en la mano, muchas veces no tienes planes. Cuando no tienes el dinero en la mano, es cuando tienes los mejores planes. Y creo que nosotros venimos con una mente para poder escuchar en qué rubro es lo más importante que ustedes quieren. Hay que escuchar a la gente, porque el cambio viene de ustedes, la mejora viene de ustedes. Tenemos que mirarnos. Muchas veces hemos hecho decisiones en la cual tal vez conocí un señor que me dijo, ¿sabes qué, Homero? Yo presté $10,000 al banco, pero cuando lo presté tenía un buen plan. ¿Qué sucedió? Es de que se me fue el dinero y no pude llevar a cabo mi plan. El problema ahora es que tengo que pagarlo. Pues sí, esa es la verdad. Entonces, a veces nos metemos, hacemos decisiones que nos empuja tal vez a algún problema o alguna cosa por allá. Tenemos que ser centrados. Y la mera verdad, pues hay que abrir las puertas de los bancos para darle ayuda y préstamos a esta gente que se van a meter. Mi intención es impulsar el pequeño negocio, el pequeño comercio y a la vez ayudar a la gente en el campo que puedan sembrar, no olvidando, digamos, todas sus necesidades educacionales de los hijos. Para mí, la educación es grande, yo lo tengo en el corazón, yo quisiera que todos tuvieran la oportunidad que yo tuve cuando yo era pequeño. Y sé que ahora la educación es más accesible que en ese tiempo cuando yo estaba creciendo. Por eso, creo que las universidades están más a nuestro alcance, a nuestras manos, pero hay que ayudar a nuestra gente. Hay un costo por ello y creo que nuestros impuestos deben subsanar eso. Necesitamos ese calibre de profesionales para que regresen a nuestro país y nos ayuden a desarrollar. Pero a la vez necesitamos que las familias tengan una forma de empleo, una forma de cómo hacer sustentable su vida, su desarrollo, y puedan mandar a estos hijos a la escuela, puedan alimentarse bien. Yo, como les digo, la segunda pregunta es de que esto no es el final del honorable Gaspar Vega. El honorable Gaspar Vega ha dado todo de sí para toda esta gente por 3 periodos consecutivos y ha decidido tal vez no correr, pero yo no creo. Este hombre tiene una capacidad inmensa. Lo respeto, he respetado tremendamente. A él, a toda su familia, son gente de capacidad, una inteligencia bastante sobresaliente, una persona con estrategias, una persona con ideas. Me da mucho gusto de que él esté en mi esquina apoyándome también. Pero a la vez yo creo que hay algo más para Gaspar Vega. No solo es tal vez ser un ganadero o ser una persona, un comerciante. Hay algo más, pero no le podría decir. Es algo que tal vez él tendría que contestar. Porque sé que una persona con tanto talento, con tanta trayectoria, pues no se va a desvanecer así de la noche a la mañana. Sin embargo, no es para mí seguir comentando en eso. Él tiene también que contestar esto. Mi última pregunta, la última pregunta que me hicieron, que lo que estoy hablando acá, lo traigo en el corazón. Yo de pequeño crecí en un rancho. Vi el concepto de cómo es crecer en un rancho. Y creo que tal vez no todos vamos a crecer en un rancho, obviamente, pero lo que es sembrar, es trabajar la tierra, es algo sagrado. Me enseñaron que es sagrado tomar esa tierra y verlo cómo produce. Claro, yo lo traigo en el corazón porque crecí en ello. Vi los animales crecer. En el rancho de mi papá había ganado, había carnero, habían caballos, habían pollos, patos, palomas, gallinas, lo que sea, cochinos, todas cosas. También él sembraba la hortaliza, tomate, lechuga, repollo, sandía, todas esas cosas, sea plátanos, y cocó, macal, todas esas cosas sembraba mi papá. También era cañero. Entonces era una persona, y incidentalmente, él fue Farmer of the Year en 1981. Así que mi papá, pues también le metía a todo en agricultura. ¿Y saben qué? Nunca nos faltó la comida. nunca nos faltó los alimentos, sagrados alimentos, gracias a Dios y gracias al trabajo arduo que él hacía. Pero también nos enseñó a trabajar ese rubro. Por eso yo allí conseguí mi inspiración para estudiar veterinaria. Entonces, sí nos faltaba, digamos, cosas como la ropa, el zapato, porque no lo producíamos. Pero si lo hubiésemos podido producir, tampoco nos iba a faltar. Porque, ¿saben qué? El papá siempre buscaba subsanar nuestros gastos para que podamos tener las cosas que necesitamos. Si lo producíamos iba a ser mejor. Mi hermanito Beto se volvió hasta mecánico y fue un buen mecánico porque el papá ya no tenía que pagar un mecánico para bajar las máquinas con el tractor, el camión, darles overhaul y todas cosas allá. Así que creo que esos son conceptos de autosuficiencia y muchas familias pueden gozar de estas ideas, pero obviamente que necesitamos darles los incentivos, los insumos, digamos, la capacitación para poder hacer estas cosas. Entonces, esas son las cosas que nosotros estamos viendo. Y si a ustedes no les parece, de alguna forma, pues también podemos pensar en lo que ustedes quieran. Pero creemos que son cosas que hay que ver en el futuro. Es que no son promesas. Yo sí voy a continuar con los proyectos que el señor Gaspar Vega, el honorable Gaspar Vega, ha hecho. Por ejemplo, Poverty Alleviation, dar más alumbrado, los terrenos, digamos, ayudar a toda esta gente, digamos, en la educación, entonces, o sea, vamos a continuar con ello. No es que tal vez vamos a replicar todo lo que él hizo. Obviamente es imposible porque el Señor sí hizo bastantes cosas.
I got a final text that we'd like to read.
Antes que llegues a ese texto de último, sí son promesas, nada más que son promesas que vas a tú ver cumplir y vas a realizar.
Get to know the duck. Yeah. Okay. Duck, this one says, and then we need to listen to everybody that are speaking, if it's by text or it's by call. This one says, is it official that Dr. Novello will run for the UDP, or there are other choices for a convention to secure a win for the UDP?
I'll tell you what, we are not so sure if we're going to have a convention because there is another candidate, but in reality, none of us want a convention. So we're here, and we're hoping that, either myself or the other candidate stays.
Is there a valid reason for not wanting to have a convention?
Obviously, well, I'm not perhaps at ease to discuss this, but conventions...
Permit me to answer that, because I think that it would be better suited if somebody other than you to say that. But we know conventions are generally divisive. Conventions are generally just by because it's an election, ladies and gentlemen. Es una elección, and many times the party becomes divided, one side with one candidate and the other. But that is not bad. The problem is that some of them don't join back together.
Yep.
That is the problem. Yeah. Because then some people become disgruntled, and some people say, well, tell you what, my boy never wins, so me no go vote. And that is the problem. Division is not the problem. It's because a lot of the times we manage to come back together. It's the not coming back together that is the problem.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen,
Emmanuel,
we have a last text?
Yeah, but before we close, but you see, this is what the DAC is doing. Do the groundwork right now. The touch base with people. So that not everybody right away will have on your side. But like I said, get to know the DAC. The DAC is in the area, and people who have different ideas could probably realize and see what the DAC is doing and say, you know what, the DAC is the man. Just get to know the DAC, right?
Yes. Let's have that last text. You said you had a last
that's it.
And that was it?
Yeah.
Well, it's exactly 9 o'clock. It is time for us to say goodbye. But this is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that during the course of the weekend, we'll be having the National Agriculture and Trade Show. Remember also that on Tuesday is a holiday. It is Labor Day. I don't know what activities there are in Orange Walk that celebrate the working man or the working woman. I would want to know more about that. But I want to take time out to wish you all the best during the course of the weekend, and always take care of yourselves. Just to remind you that this show repeats tonight at 9 o'clock and also tomorrow at 10 in the morning. And nonetheless, we will be back with you on Monday morning as early as 7 o'clock on the Sugar City Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. The production team, thank you very much. Doctor, thank you very much.
Gracias,
and also to you, the viewing audience, who makes us feel so good because you tell us, les veo cada día, les veo cada día. So thank you very much for that, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emmanuel, your host. It's been a pleasure to be with you.
Doc, your closing remarks, what should people look out when people supposed to see you in the area? Big weekend, they come up again.
Yes, this and I'm going to use it wisely. I'm supposed to travel to San Antonio and San Roman for the weekend. Obviously, we always come around, Douglas and San Jose. So, but I'll be doing this circle at the same time. I want to go back to Blackwater and remind these people that yes, they will have the lights coming in, electricity will be coming into Blackwater, especially to those people that have a little house. Water has already reached there, but light is coming there. And I'd also would like to take this opportunity to salute. Quiero felicitar a todos los trabajadores de nuestro país. Ustedes son los que tienen al país donde está. De corazón, feliz Día de los Trabajadores el martes.
Yeah, and my good advice to you, Doc, you say you have to get some kind of boots or shoes for walking. Please don't choose one chancla. Please don't choose one cha-cha-cha.
Well, when I was going to university, I'll tell you what, they have some footwear there known as alpargatas, and that is made out of, cowhide. And they were excellent, listen, because over there is hot. It's a lot of rock that Merida is built on. And so your shoes itself gets too hot during the day. We started using alpargatas. But nevertheless, somebody suggested me a moccasin.
A moccasin.
Moccasino.
All right. Well, once again, a big thank you to everybody. Remember, let's play it safe for the weekend. The highways will be busy. Let's make sure we secure our homes when we're leaving to go out. Many people going to the National Agriculture and Trade Show. People will be traveling to different areas because day and days are very hot. People want to swim. Remember, take care of yourself, take care of the kids. Make sure everything's safe. Check on the vehicle, on have everything working. Driver's license, insurance, all brakes are working. Make sure have that jack in there. If your neighbor make a borrow a wheel spanner or jack or something, make sure you get it back. Or neighbor carry it back to the person. Might remember forget it back for you until they stop a road. Man, Mr. Man, me borrow my jack. And I can't jack up my vehicle now.
Borrow your phone.
Yeah, but thank you once again.
Bueno, pues compañeros, de nuevo les doy las gracias a todos por su audiencia y les deseo un feliz fin de semana. Gócenlo todo, recordándoles siempre de que todo a medida no está mal. No está mal. Compañeros, mi nombre es Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Checker Usher, and if the good Lord so will, we'll be back with you on Monday morning.
Se cuidan, compañeros. Nos vemos. Hasta luego.
City Morning Show.